Thank you, Molly. Saints riding a 6-game. That's 7 straight wins now for the Saints after their 0-2 start. They're just the second team in the Super Bowl era to do that, joining the 1993 Cowboys. That team went on to win the Super Bowl. They'll try to make it 8 straight next Sunday against the Redskins. Now, meanwhile, we have an update on Steelers cornerback Joe Hayden. Tests reveal he has a non-displaced fracture on the fibula head that won't require surgery. Hayden collided with the Colts offensive player late in the first quarter of Sunday's win. The recovery period is set to be 5 to 6. Well, the team might not be motivated, but headline writers for the New York tabloids, they are. The New York Post calls for McAdoo's firing with, "It can't wait." The Daily News weighed in with, all smiles for the Panthers this morning, who rolled the Dolphins 45-21 last night. And Cam was the star. With 4 touchdown passes and 95 yards rushing, it's a second career game with at least 90 rushing yards and 4 TD passes. Since the NFL-AFL merger in 1970, the only other quarterback to do it even once is Randall Cunningham. This morning, Jerry Jones was on 103.5 The Fan in Dallas, saying he has not received any cease and desist warnings from the committee. Jones reiterated that when it comes to Goodell's contract extension talks, he's got 18 months left and that they have all the time in the world to extend him, adding they need to slow this train down. Collins yesterday was all about LeBron at MSG. It all started with the King making it clear that his comments about Frank Ntilikina weren't a shot at him, but at former Knicks president Phil Jackson, who had been detained, will arrive later today in Los Angeles. Now, this comes hours after President Donald Trump said he was hopeful that the freshman would be allowed to return home after speaking about the situation with China's President Xi Jinping. The players will have statements for the media upon their arrival at 2 p.m. Eastern. Upon their arrival, however, they will today, along with head coach Steve Alford. SportsCenter will bring you the press conference live at 2 p.m. Eastern on ESPN News. Now that they're home, though, our college basketball analyst Jay Williams and Seth Greenberg weigh in on what their punishment should be. Rankings mean after week 3? Since the college football playoff rankings began in 2014, 7 of the 12 teams that were in the top 4 after week 3 reached the playoff. Last season, 3 of the 4 made it, as Alabama, Ohio State, and Clemson were all sitting in the top 4. Important to add, the lowest ranked team after week 3 to reach the playoff was number 9 Michigan State back in 2015. Now, back 5 years in the military, has never been shy about expressing his thoughts when it comes to President Trump and politics. Last night, when he was asked about what fans think of his play, he's well aware of the mixed feedback. Analyst Herm Edwards with us. Herm, you were a head coach in the NFL for 8 seasons. Prior to that, you spent 5 seasons as a defensive backs coach with the Bucs, and before that, 6 seasons. You have so much control over everything, right? So how is that transition, giving up that?
Well, it's a very special teams meetings. I was always in special teams meetings, every day special teams meeting, and then the offensive meetings. The equipment guy, there's certain things you want done. You say, this is what I want it to look like. This is how I want it to function. So you can't.
There you have it, Herm Edwards with the insight. Great as always. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Let's get it back to First Take.
Play by Carlos Santana. Stop shooting, pickpocketing on the corner. See, as the rich is getting